What's going on, everyone? This is Abria, and today we're doing pumpkin muffins and apple fritters. Ooh, don't they look delicious? I mean, look at these. Look, galore. Now, I wanted to do two separate videos on this. One just on the pumpkin muffins and then the other just on the apple fritters. But a lot of stores didn't even have the apple fritters. They basically like sold out. So I only managed to get two. So it is what it is. We're just going to have to stick with two. And so on this plate, because I organize everything so I know which one is which. For the apple fritters, we got Wegmans and Whole Foods. And for the pumpkin muffins, we got BJ's, Big Y, Whole Foods. It's really, really small here. Fresh Market, Roche Brothers, and Wegmans. We're going to be comparing them based on taste, price, as well as how much they come in a pack. So, without wasting time, let's get it started. Okay, so first I want to do the apple fritters because it's only two. So, I'm going to put these to the side. And I'm going to get a small plate. Alright, so here we got apple fritters. And boy, do they look delicious. They were a little cold in the fridge, so I had to reheat them, so that's why it looks a bit crusty. But it looks so delicious. I mean, look at these. Oh my god, I can't wait to try these. So the first one we're going to try is Wegmans. You see how it's much more perfect than the Whole Foods one. Not that it's a bad thing, but I guess they prioritize the look more than the taste. And it looks a little more cakey. Like the bottom, like it's very cakey. Oh my god, it smells so good. It smells so good. Oh my god. Alright, let's take a look at the inside. Look at that. Look at this. You can see a bit of the cinnamon as well as some apple chunks. Because that's what it looks like. I think it is apple chunks, yeah. There's a bit of it, but it's a little, it's not diced up, you know? It looked like it's a bit mashed, like it blended in with this cake, this fritter. Oh my god. I gotta smell it again. Oh my god. Alright, I gotta try this. Mmm. Oh my god. It tastes really good. Hold on, I need another bite. Mmm. Mmm. Very, very good. First off, again, it tastes really good. I do taste some apple chunks in here. It's got a very citrus taste, like a slight citrus taste. I guess it's because they put like some type of citrus in here to preserve the apples so that they wouldn't spoil. I gotta check the ingredients again, but it's delicious. It's more cakey than anything, but I can definitely taste some apple chunks in here. I don't taste much of the sugar on the outside. It's just more cakey than anything. But it's absolutely delicious. I'm just eating the whole damn thing. Oh my god. Alright, so for the pricing, this came in a 4-pack and it was $5. Like $5 on a mark. A little bit pricey for 4, but I get it. It's probably a lot of work to make these. But yeah, that's how much it costs. I give this an A. I really love it a lot. I love the taste. A bit more cakey, but I can taste a bit of the apple in here. Yeah. All right, so for the next one, Whole Foods Market. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and I could be wrong, and I should know this because I used to work for Whole Foods. I don't think they make this from scratch, but I'll double check and leave like a little note in the video. But I don't think they make this from scratch. But it's not as neat as the other one, which it doesn't have to be. I mean, it's a fritter. It's not supposed to look perfect, right? So it's like they just kind of bunched everything together. So you got some parts that are large, some parts that are small. But that's fine. I mean, some people don't want a perfect fritter. Some people just want the chunky part. They just want to have fun. Does that make sense? Right? I hope so. And then you can just easily break them apart. Oh my god, look at that. Look at this in here. What is this? Is this the... It looked like they put more of the sugar in here. Or however they mix the icing. Because it's like in there. I didn't see it in here. Yeah, there's really not much in here. I don't think there's none. There's none in here. It's just cake and apple. But this one, they put the frosting inside. Or maybe it just kind of seeped through these holes here. I don't know. I don't see much apple in here. Yeah, I don't see much apple. But we're going to give this a try. Jeez. Okay, so it is good. But probably not as good as Wegmans. I don't taste any apple in here, like apple chunks. Maybe they put it in here, but it's so small. Like, it's all cake. It's all breaded. See that? It's like, it's literally cake. I don't know if you can see that. So, I don't know. Well, let me give this one more try. Yeah. Yeah, it's just all cake. Not really any apple in it. I don't really know what happened here. But it's good though, but it's just basically a cake that has frosting on it, icing, but the frosting's kind of light, like I can't really taste it. Okay, alright, I think I taste an apple. Okay, so there's some apple in here, I just tasted. So the apple is good, it's not as prevalent, and it doesn't have much of that citrus taste to it. Like it's there, but it's very small, and the cake is just, overpowering it. But it's good. If you're a person that don't like too many apple chunks in your fritter, then this can work for you. I would have preferred more apple though, just to balance out all this cakeness. It's so thick. And you won't believe the pricing for this. So for a 4-pack, just for a 4-pack, it's $7.99. $7.99 for 4 of these. What is happening here? What? I get it $2 less at Wegmans. Come on, man. I'll give it a B because it's good. But I just wish there was more apple in here. And I don't think the price is justified for this. Maybe it's because they use more organic ingredients, or maybe their ingredients are more quality standard, but I don't know. $7.99 for a 4-pack, that's a bit much. But they're both good. I think I'm going to stick with the Wegmans one. I love this. Wegmans, you redeemed yourself for those horrible sandwich cookies. Good job. Just making a mess here. Alright. Now for the pumpkin muffins. Look at this. Oh my god, how am I going to eat all this? Well, I probably can. Which one do I want to try? I think I'll try the Whole Foods one first. This tiny looking one here. Look at how tiny it is. They didn't have the big ones, so they have these tiny ones here, which we'll go into detail in a bit. But yeah, I'm going to try this first. Don't it remind you of the mushroom from Super Mario? The freaking head? That's what it reminds me of. So we're just going to sit this bowl here, even though it's useless. And I got my notes so I can track how much everything costs. So the first thing we're going to start with, Whole Foods Market. Look at how small this is. Ridiculous. This isn't going to fill me up. No. This comes in a 12-pack, and the 12-pack is $5.49. $5.49 for a 12-pack. Not bad for these mini muffins, but I can only imagine the cost if they made it larger. Like, I'm pretty sure it would be the same cost, but they could have made them larger. Just make them a 6-pack for the same price, you know? But I don't know why they did that. But yeah, this is a pumpkin muffin. As you can see, based on the other muffins, it doesn't have any sugar on it. Or brown sugar, or whatever this is. I'm pretty sure it's like a brown sugar crumb. So it doesn't have that. It's just plain pumpkin. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I haven't had a pumpkin muffin since college. And that was in 2014. The only pumpkin muffin I've ever had was from Dunkin' Donuts. And that was really good. Which, oh my god, I should have bought that so I could do the taste test for this. Why? Why didn't I think of that? Why? I'm knocking my microphone everywhere. Listen, I could have bought it. It did a taste test. Oh, thanks a lot, Abria. Thanks a lot. Whatever. Anyways, let's take a look at this. Ooh, look at that. So it's just typical pumpkin. You can see the colors. I don't have the container, unfortunately, so I can't really tell you right now if there's traces of soy and tree nut, but I'll make sure to leave a note in this video somewhere. I'll just list it so that you're aware of what you're getting. But yeah, it looks good, simple. I don't think it's made to be something like, oh my god, I gotta have this. It's more like, okay, let's just quickly grab some pumpkin muffins for like a holiday or special event. Maybe decorate it on our own, because I think that's the intent, just leaving it plain so that people can decorate it themselves or put whatever they want on here, instead of, just having all of this brown sugar and crumb that some people probably don't like, and that's okay. All right, let's try this. Oh, wow. It's so much cake. Mm. So, the seasonings are very strong in here. I taste more, I'm not sure, I gotta look at it again. I'll make a note, but it tastes like there's a lot more ginger. There's ginger, a bit of cinnamon, just a bit of both, and then some sweetness, but more ginger. It's strong. It really hits you, and then kind of the aftertaste. It really lingers on the tongue, which isn't a bad thing if you like ginger, right? But it's there that if you ate a raw ginger before, like if you just chewed on it, you'll know exactly what I mean. It really tastes like that. But nonetheless, it's really good. It's I love the texture. It's got some sweetness to it. It's not bland. Yeah, I give this an A. I'll probably buy it again, but not something like, oh my god, let me quickly buy this because, I need something for the holidays. No, it'll just be something like, oh, if I went into Whole Foods and I saw this and I brought a family member with me or a friend, I'll tell them, oh, I tried these. These are really good. You should give them a try, right? It's one of those, but it's not something I'm crazy over, like, oh my god, I'm going to buy this. But it's really good. Solid A. Good job, Whole Foods. All right, next one. BJ's Wholesale. Look at this humongous muffin. This is straight up galore. Look at this. Absolutely ridiculous. I think they're out of their mind. Who in the right mind can eat this? Well, maybe like some foodies who do like the mukbangs or whatever. But I'm just saying, an average person would not finish this whole thing. This is ridiculous. So, if you don't know, if you don't live in the Northeast, but I assume BJ's is located almost anywhere, but I could be wrong. BJ's is equivalent to like Sam's Club or Costco's. It is fairly popular here, but probably not as big as Costco's, not as popular, if anything. But it's there, right? And they got some pretty good stuff for low prices. And this one I got from, I believe I got this one near the Stoughton location. So the one by, what is that location? Smoky Bones and Coles. So every location is different, but the other ones were sold out. So I had to get this all the way from Stoughton, like delivered here through Instacart. But if I were to subtract the delivery charge and then the tip, the cost of this would be $4.99 for a 6-pack. $4.99 for a 6-pack. It's ridiculously good. Like, you don't see bargains like that every day. Like, a 6-pack is $4.99. Like, I think as far as the other ones, it's the most cheapest as far as what it offers. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'll talk about the other ones after this, but for this one, because it offers 6-pack, it's $4.99. So you get more for your value for this than the other ones. So that's pretty good. Absolutely ridiculous. But take a look at this. Like, I think this is like a crumb or like a or brown sugar, right? Pretty beautiful. I love how it just kind of is over this sort of, I guess you call it cupcake paper, right? It's very nice looking, very full. And you don't have to bite right in the middle. You could just bite on the sides and then dig your way in. So that's cool. And then you can choose to eat it with a fork, but who the hell eats it with a fork? But yeah, it's very nice looking. It holds up well together too. Okay, so I'm gonna open this. Ah! I don't want to. Oh, the paper's ripping on the bottle. Oh dear. Look at this galore. Look at all this cake. Absolute galore. Ridiculous. It looks beautiful. Like, I could imagine some people would see this and just shove their face in this, like, ah! You know, like, it's, oh my God. So much cake. I love this crusty bottom. This, from the cake. The cake. The cupcake paper. This, I love this print thingy. Whatever this is called. It definitely has the pumpkin spice smell. It's pretty good. So that's a plus. So you know it's seasoned. Let's take a final look before I bite into this. I should just bite into the whole thing like crazy. Look at that. Look at it. All of this cake. All right, let's try this. Oh my God. So much cake filling my mouth. Okay. I like this. I like this a lot. I love the texture. It's very soft. So unlike the other one where the texture was good, but it was more like a, how do I put this? I wouldn't say dense, but it's very, I guess you could say fairly dense, but it was still great texture. But this one's really soft. Very nice soft texture. A lot of cake in there. But I want to try the top. I want to try the top of this. Yeah. Mmm. Yeah, it's very soft. You don't taste much of this on top, this coating, this brown sugar crumb. You don't taste much of that. Like it's sweet, but it's not too sweet, and this top isn't overpowered. I don't taste anything on top. It's not a distraction, in other words, but it's really good. I do taste all of the spices. You know, the cinnamon, the ginger, the pumpkin, or if it even is pumpkin. Everything's in here, but it tastes pretty equal. So there's no seasoning powering the other. There's no strong ginger taste like the other one. Like it just kind of goes away, you know? Like I feel like if you just drunk water, it'll just easily wash the flavors away. Which isn't a bad thing, I'm just saying, because some people probably drink fluids to get a taste out of their mouth and then the taste still lingers. This doesn't do that. It's just you drink something and then it just kind of washes away. Yeah, I like this a lot. I'm going to give it an A. Because again, texture, taste, evenly seasoned. The pricing is pretty good. You get more for your value for this. And I think if I were to buy pumpkin pie again, this would be the one that I would buy. This is just right for me. But we gotta try the other ones first. But I think so far, this is perfect for me. Good job, BJs. Good job. Okay, next one. Fresh Market. Ooh. So this one is from a store. I think Fresh Market is more like almost comparable to a Whole Foods. They got the same selections as them. It's almost the same. It's just a even more it's a more mix of conventional items, you know what I mean? But they sell some cool organic products and things that I can never find at a Whole Foods that I would expect to find at a Whole Foods. So this one is special. This one is a bit pricey for what it offers. It's $5.99 for a 4-pack. So very expensive. But again, when you're on that level of Whole Foods and you're using better quality ingredients, then it's going to be a bit pricey. Again, I'm not really sure if they make this in-house, so I would have to double check. But it seems like it. Seems like they baked it in here. It has to be. Yeah, it has to be. They probably just had the batter, like pretty much all these, I don't know. They probably had the batters already made, like they came shipped already in a plastic container, and then they just scooped it out, put it in one of these paper cups, and then just baked it, and then put the toppings on it. That's my assumption, but I could be wrong. So yeah, this one, as you can see, it's a pumpkin muffin. It has more of this coating, these crumbs, than the other one, than the BJ's. But they're very soft. Look how soft that is. Could be cake crumbs. Oh, never mind. It's like I don't know. It's hard to tell. Like it tastes like crumbled cake, but then it has a bit of cinnamon. But it's very light. I don't know. But let's take a look at this. Oh my god. Okay. So it looks like the BJ's one as far as texture, but a bit thick, a bit dense. Like it doesn't feel as soft as the BJ's one, but it does seem to have that similarity. But it looks good. Smells good too. They all smell good, but I just like to smell it, and see what it smells like. But yeah, that's how it looks on the inside. I don't know if you can see that. It's nice. Alright, we're gonna try this. Actually, I'm gonna just bite through the whole thing. Just the hell with it. Oh! Oh. I can't with this cake. Okay. So the texture is similar, teeny bit similar to BJ's, but more dense and more thick. So it's soft. It's kind of like a combination of soft and firm. Yeah, I think I should use the term firm. Firm is a little better, but it's a balance between soft and firm. I do taste the seasonings, but they are a bit light as far as the cinnamon. But I don't taste much ginger or anything else. And it's more sweeter, if anything. Yeah, I've let my tongue marinate. I do taste the ginger. It is there as an aftertaste, but it's very, very small. It's not as prevalent, you know? Like it's just more of a sweet aftertaste, like sugar. But it's good. Would I say it's better than BJ's? Probably not. I really like the soft texture of the BJ's one, and the season's just right. This one is just kind of like more sweet and cinnamonish than anything. You know, I'll give it a little grace and give it an A. I was gonna give it a B, but I just love the texture of this, and I would buy this again, but more so out of desperation. Like if I can't find, if they're out of stock for the BJ's muffins, then I'll run to the store and get this one just because it's a bit similar. But I just kind of wish that the seasonings were more prevalent in this as far as the ginger and the other spices. But it's not, it's just more sweet. Okay, so for this next one, Wegmans. Holy, look at all this sugar in here. You want me to die? No, I'm just playing. It's fairly small compared to the other ones with the exception of the Whole Foods brand. It does look nice looking. I like that there's this sugar on it. It's a bit much, but I was expecting more crumb, right? But it's sugar on here. I believe this look more like cane sugar. Maybe a bit of brown sugar, but because it's light, it looks more like cane sugar. You know? Very interesting. And they use this thick cupcake paper. I'm not really sure if this was on purpose because maybe the paper is made out of something like maybe recyclable or maybe it's biodegradable, but it's very thick. It's a lot, but I guess it helps with better grip, right? Because the other ones, it's like the paper's very cheap, but they got one that's more durable, you know, to hold everything. Like if you take a bite, at least it'll catch some of the muffin in the paper. But yeah, there's that. Now for the pricing, galore. This is $7.29 for a 4-pack. $7.29 for this, for a 4-pack. Are you kidding me? Like what? Listen, I love foods that are made with more natural ingredients, or you know, it's ethically sourced and whatnot. But I think these prices are just getting too out of hand. Like, come on, like 4-pack for $7.29, like that's a lot. That's a lot. That would discourage me from buying this again because it's so much money. Like, come on now. I mean, I'm just looking back at the other ones and I'm like, those are fairly cheap. This one, I believe, I'm looking at the list now, is the most expensive out of all the muffins on this list. All the muffins I'm going to try. Like, this is the most expensive one. $7, that's ridiculous. But anyway, let's take a look and then try it and see if, you know, the price justifies it. Let me open this. Yeah, a bit more firm than the other ones. It's not as spongy. Like it's there, but there's a bit of firmness, right? It does smell like pumpkin spice. Yeah. So there is some cakiness. It is squashing. I don't know the right words, but it's you put your thumb on it, it it goes down. It smashes. But there is a bit of that firmness, but then it also bounces back, so it's much more firm than Fresh Market. Did I try Fresh Market? I think that was Fresh Market. It's more firm than that one, but there's still a bit of softness. But yeah, let's try this. Put this here so I won't make a mess. Oh god, the paper scratches, my chin. Fuck. What the hell? What to say about this one? Hold on, let me finish. Don't chew. Don't talk and chew. Okay. Oh wow. Oof. Okay. Ah, how do I begin this? Because there's a lot going on in this muffin. We can start with texture. It is a bit soft. Softer than I thought. But when you do eat it, compared to the other ones, it's just, how do I describe it? What's the best vocabulary? It's very mushy. You know, there's a bit of sponginess with the other ones where it can just easily dissolve in your mouth. And not because I just chucked this all in my mouth, but it's just, with the other ones, it can disappear. This one is more like, you put this in your mouth, it feels mushy, it really gets stuck in the teeth, behind the throat, all this. And it's just, it's too much. It's too much. And the sugar, really strong, really prevalent. A little bit too much sugar. And you don't really taste the seasonings until the aftertaste. Again, it has a strong combination of cinnamon and ginger. And I don't know if I like all these combinations happening simultaneously. I like for things to kind of happen at once. Like, you got the texture that's mushy, and then the sugar, it's very coarse, and it's just like, you can feel it in your teeth. It gets grainy. Then it's mushing with the cake, and then finally when you get everything out, it's just that aftertaste of a strong cinnamon and ginger, and not the sweetness. It's like, what's going on here? Like, it's some kind of confusion. I don't know. See, I gave Wegmans an A for the fritter because they nailed that one. But again, it's just like, come on, Wegmans. I want you to get it together, okay? I'll give it some grace and give it a B. Because it's good, but it just needs improvement. There's so much happening at once. Like, what is happening with this? Yeah. I would eat this out of desperation. But I don't think I would eat it again. No. It's just not for me. I'm sorry. And I'm trying to be nice because I love Wegmans as a whole. I love buying from their store. But this isn't it. It's a bit overpriced for what it has to offer. And just the taste is just all over the place. No. I can't. Alright, next one. Roche Brothers. My God, what did they do here? It's lightly colored than all of them. but it does seem fairly cooked. It kind of looks like someone put too much batter in this, and then when it cooked in their oven, it baked over the paper. Which, I'm not, it's just a small nitpick as far as that. As far as like, when a customer walks into the store and they want perfection. But personally, I don't give a shit. But I'm just saying, if you're a person that wants your muffins to look good, you know. But it could have been just this only one, right? This only one. There's probably a lot more oil in this too, because you can see with the paper, it's very wet, almost as if the oil. I don't know how it works. Maybe it's separated from the muffin, or when it baked, it's just really, or maybe they spray something in the paper. But it's got this wet look compared to all of them. And I could feel, yeah, I could kind of feel like a bit of that oil on here. It's like, what the fuck? But just a few nitpicks, not something that I'm like, oh my god, what are you doing? So, unfortunately, they don't have a 4-pack for this. These only come in singles for what I've shopped for. So, they have their own like little pastry section. So, they have donuts and muffins. And for this one, this single one is $1.99, right? $1.99. So if I were to buy 4 of these, it would be $7.96. So this overall, if I were to get 4, is the most expensive out of all of these muffins. And it's crazy because I thought Wegmans was the most expensive, but I had to double check this one. I had to do some math. But this one is the most expensive. Ridiculous. But yeah, these muffins are so overpriced. What is going on? What? All right, let's take a look at this. Oh God. Yeah, it's really firm. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yes, very light on the outside. Let me open this. Oh my lord. Yeah. Very firm on top. Maybe it's just because of, it baked more on the top and then you have that crumb. But fairly soft on the inside, but the overall it just feels more firm. Very firm. You see that? Very firm. And that's the sugar and crumble on top. I do smell the spices in here, so that's good. It's so light. It's very light. I wonder if they put annatto in here. I don't know. I would have to check. Because annatto can really color the food. Alright, let's try this. Oh my god. Yeah. Not my favorite. Very, very mushy and firm at the same time. Very hard to swallow. I don't taste much sweetness. And I don't taste much of the seasoning. Maybe just a hint of cinnamon. But it's very, very tiny. Like, I can barely taste anything. It's kind of bland. Yeah. I don't know. Let me try a middle part because I only tried the top. Yeah. It's, oh, it's my throat. Should have got some water. It's very firm. Very hard to swallow. And yeah, the seasonings are bland. It's like it just goes away so quickly. So it's more sugary. A bit of cinnamon, but not much. You don't taste the other seasonings in it. And then it just goes away and it's just bland. And based on it being a single muffin, I would assume that it was not the priority as far as sales. Because sometimes, bakeries would make a product that's just kind of there to just kind of increase sales. Like, oh, let's just sell this because we think that's what the people want, but they don't really want it, but it's just kind of there as a convenience, even though we may be losing profits on that. But it's just there and it doesn't taste good, but who cares? That's what I feel like it reminds me of. I'm going to give it a C. Yeah, it isn't working for me. I don't really like it. Yeah. I was expecting high hopes for this. But no, it's just really disappointing. Alright, so for the last one. Oh, fuck. Let's try that again. Alright, for the last one. Big Y's. Ooh. Pumpkin muffin. I don't know why I keep going ooh like it's Halloween. Like Halloween's over with. But yeah. It looks pretty nice. Very nice darker color. Kind of looks like the BJ's one, but it's not big on top. A nice crumble on top as well. Nice grip. A little oily, right? But the paper appears durable. And this one was $6.49. $6.49 for a 4-pack. So it's still expensive, but more cheaper than Wegmans and Roche Brothers. Let's peel this off. Yeah, I love the color on here. Very dark. Look at that. Very dark. Not as dark as the BJ's one, though. Alright, let's open this. Look at that. Very spongy. Nice and dark. I smell the pumpkin spice. Looks gorgeous. Alright. Let's try this. Which one? I'll try this one. No. Damn it, I'll try this one. Oh, I need some water. Okay. It's a bit mushy like the previous two, but it does dissolve quickly, which I like. It dissolves quickly like the BJ's. The seasoning, as far as the cinnamon, the ginger, the allspice, or whatever they put in here to make the pumpkin spice, is fairly light. It's more sweet than those. And it kind of washes away after that. It's good, though. A bit closer to BJ's, I will say that. I'll give it an A. I'll give it an A. I like it. It's okay. Oh, Jesus. Still getting over a cold. But yeah, texture's good. Seasoning is passable, right? Like it's bearable. I can't taste much of it, but it's not an annoyance. Like this isn't too sweet like the previous ones where it's like, okay, I'm not eating this anymore. It's okay. Yeah, I'll give this a B. All right, now for the verdict. I think I'll put BJ's first. Texture was great. Seasoning was great. You get more for the value. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Second one, I'll probably say Fresh Market. It's a bit pricey at $5.99, but not as pricey as the other ones, but it's as good as the BJ's. It tastes quite similar. And then next would be Big Y because it also tastes a bit similar to BJ's. But it's much more sweet than Allspice. So a bit disappointing but passable. I would buy it again. And the next one is Whole Foods. They were pretty good too. It's just I just wish they were larger so I could get more. Like that wasn't gonna fill me up. If only they made them larger and just made a 6-pack out of them, you could still get more for that value. And then next is Wegmans. I just feel like it's just a bit overpriced for what it offers. And even though it tastes okay, it's not. I feel like the taste doesn't justify the price. I don't know why they're so overpriced with everything. Like, come on now. And then last but not least is Roche Brothers. I did not like that muffin at all. It tastes like garbage. It tastes very firm. Barely any seasoning. It's like, what the fuck is that? What was that about? Like, I knew it was off because it was so light colored. Like, I know a pumpkin muffin when I see it. Like, yeah, the Whole Foods one was lightly colored, but I don't know. It just looks strange. You know, it looks strange. Like, what the hell's wrong? I don't know. It's just I knew what it was gonna taste like based on how it looks. That's what I'm saying. You know. But yeah, that was my taste test. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, subscribe, or follow on my social media accounts. And I will be back next time with a new video. Bye.